Alright guys, it's Friday night. With that in mind, it's going to be a chill one tonight. We'll be taking our time. Lots of people think we take the time anyway, but what we're going to do is, I have got an event dispatcher. These are worker spawns, okay? Now, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go right, this is it here. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to browse to it, okay, and we're going to rename it to worker spawn. Okay, now what I want to be able to do here, or the next thing we want to do, is we want to create a blueprint enumerator, and we want it to be E worker job. Okay, now we want to open that up, and we want to actually finish or find out the jobs. Okay, so this NPC interaction is the worker jobs. So we've got NPC guarding, NPC chopping wood, NPC wall lean, spear fishing, and the master. Okay, so we can create these jobs. So we've got chopping wood, guarding, begging, spear fishing, wall lean. Okay, so we just say begging, then we say chopping wood, guarding, spear fishing, wall leaning. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the variables. Okay, so we're going to say E job, right? And in fact, wait a minute, right, that's a different thing completely. We don't want that, right? What we want is E worker job. Okay, E worker job, and that's going to be instance is well. Okay, so when we actually look at this worker job, we should have a default okay, we actually haven't. Because this spawn point right is not, this is the worker spawn point, right? But that's okay, because what we want in here now is a variable in here. We can call it eJob. It ain't going to be an array. It'll be eWorkerJob, and it's going to be instance editable. Okay. So when we put this here, we select the job, and then when we spawn the thing, we're going to set up each of the different things it needs. Okay, so we're going to need another variable, right? And we're going to say worker number, right? And that is going to be an integer, instance editable. Okay. So the point here is that when you put this down, you're going to be doing the spawn, then you're going to fill in whatever job it is. So say I pick begging, right? I need to place a begging thing, and then I need to place a bed. Okay. So for the easiest way of doing this, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say spearfishing, right? Now this is also going to give me the tool, okay, but we're going to set that as fishing first, and then this other one, what we'll do, we're going to set the worker number to 1, and we're going to have a chopping wood. Okay. Now we're going to leave that for now, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to go to our NPC spearfishing, right? Now I want to know interaction master, right? That's the one I want. An interaction master, you'll notice we've got a job which we're going to pass on, right? And we're going to have worker number. And that's going to be an integer, and that's going to be instance editable. Okay, I'm going to save that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our bed, and it's not going to have a job, but it is going to have a worker number. Right, so that's cool. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our spearfishing in, right, and it's going to be worker 0, and then we're going to have a bed for worker 0. Okay, and yeah, the interesting thing is we're going to need this interaction type, which is fine, and that's a workstation, so that's fine. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is when we spawn the worker, right, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cast to NPC master. Right, and then we're going to have to say where's our NPC master? Okay, so it's not there, right, but we need to get this. Right, NPC master. Right, and we're going to have to say worker number, right, so that's fine. And hey Grimson 189, how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's Friday night. We're doing some stuff. We're doing something a bit different with NPCs. And let's see if we can get it working. Right, so I'm going to close these because we're not using that or that at the moment. We are using this, right? Now, what we're going to do is get our worker spawn, and we're going to set worker number to that. This might not work, but we'll see. Right? Now, this is our e-job. So the next thing we need to do is we need to create, if there isn't one already, we need to create an interface, right? So into blueprints, blueprint interface. So it's BPI worker that'll do. It's really worker spawn, right? So we're going to say set job and tool. We're going to save that. Right? And then in our NPC master, you can certainly modify them. We'll add that, right? And next we go back to our worker spawn point. Okay, now we are going to need either a data table or some sort of a struct here. Right? With our jobs in it. So when I actually drag in, like let's say I drag in one of these, this character here, right? You can see, right, that we select one of these, okay? But we don't really want to. So as I said, I'm trying to extend this, okay? So we need another struct. In fact, you know what we could do? Right? In this interaction, not in that one. Where's my struct? I'm guessing it must be in here then. E-worker job, right? Right, so we've got the enum, but what we need is a struct. Okay. Now, this could be an interesting one. Either way, we need a struct, right? Because I like structs, and structs are fun. Job and tool. Okay. So this is going to be two variables. Job is going to be our e-worker job, and our tool is going to be static mesh. Okay. Now, we could set this up in a data table, or we could just set it up like for each job. It really doesn't matter either way, right? But we need it in here so that we can pick one relating to the job. Okay. So all we need to do is add a variable, right? Call it possible jobs. And it's going to be job and tool. And it's going to be an array. Okay. So we can either set it up hard coded right now just as a test. Right. So we've got begging, tool is nothing. Right, we could give them a bowl, I suppose, but chopping wood, this is going to be an axe of some description. We'll go with that. I think that's the one we used before. Right, so we've got guarding, and that's nothing. And we have spearfishing. Now, I think this is called an ando, or is it an anko? I can't remember what it's called. I'm just going to go with a spear just now, right? That'll do. And the last one is wall leaning, and that's none. Okay. So we've got the E job, right? And then we can grab this and for each with break, and we do that. if that equals that, then we basically do something, right? And what it basically is we've got our BP NPC master, right? And we're going to need a reroute point on this. We're going to need a couple, probably. Whoop. Okay. We're going to do another reroute node on this. Just for the hell of it. Right, and we now need our interface, right? It's not any of them. It's this one here. Okay. Now this is going to need the tool in the job, right? So we need to go into our BPI set tool and job. We're going to have an input of the job worker job plus our tool, which is a static mesh. Okay, we're going to save that. So, if we go back to our worker spawn, refresh that, this is going to be true. Okay, plug that in there. Hi Daily Artist, how you doing, bud? Right, so we're doing that. Now I'm hoping that this actually makes this easy to set up. It certainly doesn't make it any more difficult, right? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that, then we're going to do that, straighten this up, do that, alright. Then we're going to move this. I don't even know if we really want to do that, right? Because this gives us the chance to actually you know what? We don't, this interface doesn't need that, right? What it needs is the struct for job and tool. right? So job and tool. So we save that. Back here. Refresh this. And this can literally just go in here. Right? And now it's our interface call that's actually going to set things up. Okay? Or at least that's the theory behind it. Whether it works or not. Oh, damn it. Whether that actually works or not is a totally different thing, but that's what we're aiming for. Right, that when you're setting a worker up, all you need to do is set up the three things, give them each a number, and then the rest will get set up for you when you press play. That is the theory behind this. Now, whether or not that ends up being the case is a totally different matter, of course. But we're going to have to go in here, right? And you'll notice that in class settings, we actually get the BPI worker spawn, right? So we can go into our event graph, right? And basically we can delete these. Then event set tool and job and tool. Okay. And this is where kind of the magic happens. Right? Because the tool mesh can get set. Yeah, we need to break that. Okay. And what we do is we've got the worker number, right? And then what we've got to do is get the different jobs for this worker number, right? And then select the one that's got the same worker number as her. Okay, so it actually looks to me now like our struct job tool. We need one more variable in here. Right? And it's going to be job class. Okay. And yeah. So that is going to be, I believe, NPC interaction master. Right? Now we need to go back to our spawn, and in possible jobs we need to compile this, right? This has to be the class, right? So I kind of thought that would happen there, right? Interaction master. Apparently I can't spell or something. Yep, and it's the class reference, okay? So, when we go in here, we need to set these up, right? So this is begging, right? This is so we know which one to look for, okay? That's chopping wood. That's garden. That's spear fishing. And that's wall leaning. Okay. Save that. Go back to our female NPC. Because this is the first one we were kind of setting up here, right? So what we need to do, right, is get all actors of class. Okay, and the class goes in there. Now, we might need to, nah, probably we don't, but we'll check anyway in a second, and we'll say for each, and that's going to be with break, because we want to jump out as soon as we find the right one. Okay. We're going to get the worker number, right? And if those are equal, right, we're going to branch. Right, and then for this one, if it's true, we're going to break. As I said, this is just a little bit of a side track for tonight. I don't know if we're going to use this. I don't know if it's going to be easier or... it should be easier, right? But I'm not 100% sure on that. So our next interaction is this thing here. Okay, so basically we're going to set it. Right, so this is going to go here. This is going to go here. And the proof of this is going to be in the pudding. right? And our NPC master right, so we're gonna have to do the bed as well. Okay. So let's see if this works, shall we? Okay. Oh, it doesn't like that. So that means we're going to have to go into here, compile that. Compile that. I'm just going to go in there. In there. Compile that. Right. So, in theory, did we... That's NPC guard thing. Where did all of them come from? Ah, right, okay. So that's NPC bed. We haven't set that up yet, right? We shall delete that. And this is spearfishing. Now, one of the problems here is that I've already got some of these set up. Ah, wait a minute. Right, what we'll do is we'll undo that. Right, where did my spearfishing go? Right, there's my spearfishing, right? What we'll do is we'll set this to some bizarre number, like 7. Okay. And then we'll set her to that weird number. Ah, wait a minute, we do it in the spawn, don't we? Right, we're going to delete that spawn. But this spawn, we're not. Right? And that's not the right one. So whatever I deleted there was not a great idea. Right, so we'll leave that there for now. It's this one. Right, we're going to delete that. And we're going to give them a worker number of 7. Right. So we're going to press play. And I believe I hit 5. Right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, duh. Well, that was a bit stupid, but there you go. So, let's try that, shall we? Right, so we do hit what? 5. She didn't spawn, did she? That was her there. So we delete that. Now the interesting thing there was that she didn't seem to do the thing. She didn't seem to do this thing. So I can only guess that it never hit here. Okay. So if we press play, then 5, right? Now we've got our 5 jobs, right? Now the question is, does it ever go to set add breakpoint? Resume. Right. It's false. Resume. It's false. Resume. It's false. Resume. It's true. Resume. Right. Step into. Okay, so she goes and does this. So tool is the axe, which is correct. So we step over, step over, step over. We got the job class, right? And we have 2 spearfishing. Okay. So we step over. And that's 7. So that's false. Right? Add a breakpoint. Resume. Right, so that's wrong. When we jumped into here, that was wrong. Okay. So that was in here. So we're getting these actors of class, right? Add breakpoint. So this spearfishing is number 7, right? Which is correct. And that's 0, which is correct. Right? So literally when we hit 5, resume, 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 right? We're going to disable that. We step into what? Wait a minute. Right, let's play. Okay. Press 5. Right? Step into. What on earth is it doing this for? Right, so we're going to resume. And it basically never hits here again now. For whatever reason. Right? What is that? Why is it? Why is it doing that? Right. Why is it doing that? I have no idea. Well, that's bizarre, guys. It was working, and then it suddenly wasn't anymore. Right, so there is our set jobbing tool. Resume that. Don't know why that didn't work the last time, but anyway. Right, so if we step over that, we've got 2 actors. Right, and one of them definitely has the number 7. Right? So this should be false first. Right, add a breakpoint. Step over. It should be back true. It's because I'm not setting it, you idiot. And this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Right? Save that. And just to leave you on, what was it, a cliffhanger. We'll test it in a second. I'm going to go and grab a cigarette, guys. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Check out the description for links to a couple of Discords, Patreon and my previous game. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay guys, we are back. And now we test. So we should get somebody up here, right there. And it shouldn't have been him. Yeah, that's not going to work unless it actually spawns the female. Right, so we're going to have to stop that. Unless, of course, right, we can do this a different way. And what we can do is, we can go to her and basically, hi Cassadell Gaming. We can basically go into here, delete that, then paste that. Right, and then save that. Viking male A. Where's the Viking male B? There, right. So we can delete them. Hi Apple. Right, so we can just paste this in here as well. Right. And we can press play. Now, I think actually at the end of the day, the best way to do this is he away the wrong way. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to the right place. Or is he? It appears he's probably not. Because this is where I put it. Right? And this is our number 7. Right, so our guy should head for here. Okay. So what we should actually do here is type in NPC, and that's not really what we want. Right, and we want Viking. Right, this is the one we want, right? So the question now is, if we resume that and resume that, resume, 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 right? It's her. So it's our Viking female, right? But we need to check her stuff. She's got a spear, but she has no workstation. Right? So let's... This is her heat there. Now, the next interaction, actually, I don't think I set that. Right? So, this should actually be workstation. That should go there. That should go there. Right, now I'm pretty sure we shouldn't set up the next interaction. So we'll compile and save that, and we'll see if we can spawn her again. With a bit of luck, it won't take too long. F5. Right, so disable that, resume. Right, so we didn't manage to do that, so we're going to stop that for now. We're going to go to him, and again, instead of set workstation, we're going to set the workstation instead of, sorry, interaction, right? So that it works for them all. Right, and this set workstation. Now, once I've got this working, I would probably go over the way I would do this in a game, right? I mean, it's going to work. So what we'll do is hit 5. Right, so we know that's all working nice. We know that's working nice. We know that should be also working nice. God, I had a hell of a lot of breakpoints in there. And there she goes. To the wrong place. Now, it could be that it's just the wrong time. Right, and it's actually not time for her to work yet. Right? If we look at her, she's got her tool, she's got her shift start, she's got her workstation, she's not got her bed yet, but that's fine. Now, I don't know why. Right, but our, what do you call it, isn't coming up. our time is not coming up, which is a bit worrying, all in all. Right. Oh yeah, there's NPCs. Right. Now, where on earth is the action? It's not that one. It's not that one either. Initialize camera input. Show hide HUD. What? What the heck? Switch on HUD. What the heck? Am I calling this anywhere? John HUD. Right, so it's not doing it for there. Right. Switch on HUD. Okay, whatever. That's a strange one. Access none. Right, yeah, okay. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to do a... Right, that's the wrong event graph. I'm just going to duplicate this, right? Now, this is actually now quite wrong. Alright. We're going to do all. And we're going to say switch on HUD. Right. And you'll notice, guys, I've got sidetracked again, right? Because this all started the other night by doing the switch on a HUD. Right, so there we've got 14. There's our guy off walking, but he needs to get to 9 o'clock to actually do his job. Now the good thing is that he has got the spear in hand, right? But he's just going to wander about until 9 o'clock, right? And And then he should come back here somewhere, wherever I put that thing. Right, come on, Mr. Get to Work. Okay, so right, you should be thinking about going to work now. Wherever the heck he is. Wherever the heck he is, he doesn't seem to be coming back. Okay, I tell you what. Right, where is he? Is that him there? If it is, he's heading the wrong way. Right. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt, and that's not him, right? Because that's BP chopping wood, right? This is spearfishing, right? And it's not that one. So I can only assume it's him. Right? Now he's got his spear. He's got his workstation. He hasn't got a bed. And I can only think that this might be to do with the time. Right, but I'm not 100% sure. Because this looks okay. This guy's garden, so it is definitely not him. So it's definitely this guy here, right? No doubt about it. Now let's have a look at the other, if there's any other settings here. Or anything that we've not kind of set up. Right, apparently not. He's got the same ones there. He's walking about and stuff, so that's fine. I mean, we could use closest workstation and see if that does anything to him. But what I'm thinking is, the only thing I can think of, right, is his AI, right, is getting set up first. Okay? And the problem is that his AI hasn't been sent. When we spawn it, we really need to tell the AI, right? Okay, let's go to the blackboard, right? In fact, let's go to the behavior tree. Okay. See, we've got a bed location, a workplace location. Now, I'm going to guess that these are not set. Okay, so we need to delay the startup of the behavior tree. Okay, so that brings up our time, right? That pops up our guy. I'm going to go for this one. And let's see. Workplace location invalid. Let's see what the other guys have got. Ah, wait a minute. So he's got a workplace location, right? He's got a workplace location. And he's got a workplace location. But our guy that we spawned in doesn't have a workplace location. Right, now that must be because when we spawn him in and it immediately starts the behavior tree. Okay, so we're getting there, guys, don't worry, we're getting there. We'll sort this out. You'll see here that we're running behavior tree straight away. Right, bad idea. Okay. And you can see here that we've got bed location. Right. We've got workplace location. Okay. So, the important thing here. Oh, there's a has job. Ah, right, okay. Right. Okay. So the easiest way I think to fix this, right, is basically to just do delay and put a 0.2 second delay on running, starting the behavior tree. Okay. And when we do start the behavior tree, we check that this has a value, right? So, yeah. So this is going to do it a few times, right? And this is going to be a vector, and that's going to be cool. But we haven't spawned our guy yet. The interesting part is when we spawn the guy, right? So when we do this, blammy. Now remember, before this was invalid, and now we've got a value, right? So I'm going to go that this is going to work, right? So basically, once we hit 9 o'clock, you can see our dude's moved there, right? He's just not doing anything yet. He's got the wrong tool though. Or did we tell him to chop wood? Can't remember. But 9 o'clock comes, he should start chopping or something. Come on, dude. Do the right thing. He ain't doing it. Why are you not doing it? Return back. Okay, well that gives us a clue. Right, so I'm guessing right that because right, our problem is the master, right, is checking on manage hunger, right? Now it's failing out, and that's because it's not waiting this thing is not waiting on any of this, right? So it's going straight in here, and then it's immediately starting this, right? So if I say a delay in here as well, right? But say we say 0.25. Okay, we don't say 0.25, we say 0.3. How do you like that? Right, this should now be able to work, right? As long as we're not, right, it's doing this debug widget and stuff, that's fine. That's kinda not fine. Right, so what we'll do is we'll actually move this, because at this point we probably don't have the tool yet either, right? So we're going to clear that. Then we're going to do that. Resume, resume, resume. Okay, now we're going to be looking the right way. Right. We're going to resume that. He's got the right thing now. Now the question is he just going to wait there till 9 o'clock? Right? Actually he is, right? Because we need the montage. Right? We need the montage to play. Okay. So this is looking more and more like, what I really need to do is put this on a data table, right? And then we can load up the tool, we can load up the montage, we can load up the right, let's say, character. We can load up all the right things. Right? So that we can actually make this work, right? Because at the moment I think this character does not have a montage for playing, right? Or at least the montage is not right. Right? So if I do that, I've probably not got the correct montage for the job. Right, and it probably isn't even going to show up here. Right. So we're going to have a look to see where the montage is, and then set that in the character, right? Now the interesting thing is it's probably going to be set in here. Or it's going to be set in the job itself, right? So if I click on that, which is an actual job, right, you've got montage to play, right? So in here, well, yeah, it's got the montage. So that should have worked. I'm going to have to do a bit of further investigation at this, guys, but you can see there that I've gradually got it so that we can drop the 3 things in and then link them up rather than having to pick them, you know, and crap like that. But I'm going to call it a night there. It's Friday night. I'm going to have a beer. I've got to take the dog out, etc. So, if you've enjoyed the stream, hit like and subscribe. Check out the description for links to the game's Discord, my personal Discord, and Patreon, and my previous game on Steam. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back 2 PM Central tomorrow as usual. Thanks again for joining me. Bye bye for now.